What's going on, you guys? Julian here from Bite the Bait Fishing. Today I want to come at you guys with a quick little seminar on how to properly spool your braided line onto your spinning reels. So one of the big secrets on a way that you can actually set up your spinning reel or your bait casting reels with braided line is to get yourself a 5-gallon bucket, fill it up with water, stick your brand new braid spool into the bucket, let it get nice and wet, and start reeling it in on tight. I'm going to show you guys exactly how we do that. We got a Cast King Kodiak 5000 right here that I just took out all the fluorocarbon line that I had on it. We're going to go ahead and spool it up with braided line, and I have about 25 yards of fluorocarbon backing on this reel, which is one of the really good things you could also do. You could always back your reels up with either fluorocarbon or monofilament, and that's going to also help with the braid sitting tight onto your spool in the beginning. Now, another really good tip for a lot of you guys that may be new to spooling up spinning reels or bait casters. One of the first things you're going to want to do is tighten down your drag all the way. You're not going to want to have any looseness to your drag. You're going to want to tighten it down all the way to the bottom, almost completely locked in, so that braid, that line coming in, sits really tight and there isn't any extra stretch where that line can actually pop out when you're trying to really reel it in on tight. So tighten up your spools, tighten up the drags, make sure your drag is locked down. So for today's video, I decided to go ahead and spool up the spinning reel with 832 braid. It's actually a new set of line that I saw at Bass Pro Shop. It comes in an ocean blue camouflage. Looks really nice, so I decided to do something like that. I think it's going to go really well with the reel. I did 30 pounds of braid, 300-yard spool. I don't think we're going to be able to fill up the whole entire spool, but we should get a pretty decent amount onto the reel. So that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using Suffix 832 braid. So once you got your braid out of the packaging, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get yourself a screwdriver. Now the screwdriver, if you're going to be doing this by yourself, if you don't have somebody to help you, I might have my wife come in to help me out if this doesn't work, but on most applications it'll work. What you're going to want to do is get yourself a screwdriver that fits in nice and tight to your 5-gallon bucket where you can actually snug it in. And once it's in there with the water, it's going to give enough tension that while you're reeling down, the braid's going to come in nice and tight onto your spinning reel. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, pop the screwdriver right through like so. You're going to want to take out the braid from the little sticker that they applied. Now that the braid is loose, you're going to want to go ahead and put it in your 5-gallon bucket. Now that that's sitting nice and tight there, going to dry my hands off. We're going to go ahead and tie the braid onto the fluorocarbon line and then start spooling up the reel. Alright, so now that we have our braid inside the water, what we're going to want to do is you're going to want to get the main line on your spinning reel and you're going to want to tie it on to your braided line. I'm going to go with something very simple. I'm going to go do the uni-to-uni knot, and that's one of the tightest knots that I use when I'm out saltwater fishing, and it should work perfect for this. I've used it in the past and never had any issues with it. So for those of you who do not know how to tie the uni-to-uni, I suggest learning how to do that first and then coming back to this video. You can look up a bunch of different images on Google and see exactly how to tie the uni-to-uni knot. So once you have your uni-to-uni knot tied down, you're going to want to go ahead and cut the two tag ends opposites of each other. So you are going to need to have some snips with you to go ahead and cut the braid and cut the fluorocarbon. Cut it nice and close so you don't have any excess lines sticking out on your spool while you're spooling up your reel. So get that nice and close. Make sure your knot is nice and tight. Another key thing that I will say is when you're backing up your spinning reel, if it's not made for superline, is use a similar diameter line to what the braid is rated at diameter wise. Not equivalent weight percentage, because of course fluorocarbon monofilament, if you do something equal to the braid, it's going to be very thick. So you're going to want to just do the diameter of the line. You're going to want to look on the new spool braid that you're purchasing and figure out exactly what the millimeter is and try to do something similar. So in a case like this, I went with 12-pound fluorocarbon backing and it's going to go to 30-pound braid line. So it kind of gives you an idea of the difference between the two lines. So now that I have my braid connected to my fluorocarbon, we're going to start to spool up the reel. Once you get it going with the moist braided line, it starts to pack itself in really nice and tight to your spinning reel, and you're going to be able to maximize the amount of line potential you're going to actually stick onto your reel. I'm sure a lot of you have had the issue come up where at times you've just finished spooling up a reel, whether it be a baitcaster, a conventional reel, or a spinning reel, and you fight the first few fish and you'll start having your line bite into your spool. So by doing this, by packing in your line tighter, a lot of times you're going to avoid that line bite that you get with braid. So keep that in mind. That's a big tip for you guys when it comes to preparing yourself for fishing and preparing yourself to be using braided line. Go ahead and put in a little bit more line. It's come on real nice, real tight. That is perfect. And at this point, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and cut off any excess line. And you're ready to tie on your hook and leader and go out fishing. Alright you guys, that is going to do it for us here today. Hope you guys enjoyed my secret way to spooling up a spinning reel, baitcaster, or conventional reel. It's very, very easy. Something you can do at home by yourself without a buddy. All you guys need, like you saw in the video, 5-gallon bucket, some water, a screwdriver, and your braided line, and your fishing reel. That's all you guys need to do this. You don't need anybody's help. Watch the video, learn the process, go ahead and try it for yourself. Tell me what you guys think. Leave comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, learned something today, go ahead and hit that like button for us. It shows us a whole lot of support. If you're new to Bite the Bait Fishing, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.